25th, 2018, Memorial Day weekend. Solo, a Star Wars story. The second in the stories, I guess, after Rogue One to come out. And this one was directed by Ron Howard. After Lord and Miller, the original two directors, got fired, the reins were handed over to Ron Howard, and he finished up the project. And this time, instead of Harrison Ford, we got Alden Ehrenreich playing the titular Han Solo character. And Matt, did you enjoy Solo?
It's not terrible, but it's not the best. I mean, it serves as Han's origin story. I guess it fills in some blanks and stuff. Is it necessary to watch? No. I mean, if you're just craving more Star Wars, it's more Star Wars. So it's just very okay, in my opinion.
I think this film is the epitome of fan service. I think a lot of people always wondered what Han Solo's background was, and what we got was his background, but they filled in some holes we didn't need filling in. Like, I didn't need to know that his last name was Solo because somebody just said he was flying solo on this mission. That really just bothered me. I didn't like that. We didn't need to know that's how he got his name. We didn't need to know that, like, oh, this guy played by Woody Harrelson gave him his blaster, and that's why he ended up with the blaster. Like, and the vest. Like, everything is just kind of like, we need to answer every question on his backstory? No. But they wanted to, and I feel like they just went too overboard, and the plot just didn't flow very evenly, which could also be just because we had two sets of directors. Because when you fire one set of directors and you bring in another one to correct the ship, some stuff still slips in there, and I felt like it was really noticeable in the first third of the movie. The way it was paced was very erratic, I think is the best way to describe it, and then it kind of evens out.
Yeah.
So I think after that, it did become more of a understandable movie.
I liked the scenes which I like how we met Chewie and all that stuff. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, when Phoebe Waller-Bridge plays L3, I think that is the best character in the movie. I think that's a problem when you have a lot of live-action characters played by some big names like Emilia Clarke and Donald Glover in there. But L3 was my favorite character in the movie. I thought she was great. I love that they actually dove back into, showing, doing commentary on, slavery and everything that they hinted on in the first actual Star Wars where droids aren't allowed in certain places. I love that she's a rebel and she's fighting for the rights of droids and everything, because that really fires her up. And actually, eventually, that's what leads to her death, because she's trying to save everybody on that one planet that they went to.
Yeah.
And and it actually was really sad because Donald Glover plays a fantastic young Lando Calrissian, and the way he loved her, and I love she said it too, that she didn't love him back. But I love that relationship, and it really actually touched me, and I really thought it was really good. And like I said, Donald Glover, he is actually perfectly cast as a young Lando.
Yep.
Yeah,
definitely.
They definitely nailed the casting on that. Emilia Clarke's casting, though, I wanted to like that relationship, I wanted to care about that relationship, but you knew it had to end because she's gone. Same thing with Woody Harrelson. They don't pop up ever again.
Yeah.
But a character who we all thought was dead does pop up in this movie, Darth Maul.
Yeah, what the hell?
Oh my god, that was the most shoehorned thing in I've ever seen.
And they haven't touched on it since.
No, well they had plans, and after all the financial, all the money the movies have been making going down and the quality, a lot of people had a lot of complaints after this, The Last Jedi. After Rise of Skywalker, people had a lot of complaints, and Kathleen Kennedy and everyone, they decided they're doing a reset and really shifted more towards TV. But so I feel like plans with him kind of just fell to the wayside. But there is some ridiculous stuff in that. Why in the hell is he grabbing his lightsaber and lighting it in a phone call?
I mean, I guess it's just to show, hey, it's Darth Maul. And he did have the electronic legs, the droid.
Yeah, well, he got chopped,
legs,
which is cool, and they hint on that, I guess, in the Clone Wars series and everything. He comes back, and it's cool that it carried over. But I mean, you're Darth Maul. I'm already threatened. You don't need to light a lightsaber across a video call. So that really bothered me. But and another thing, and it's not the actor's fault. It's just that it's so hard for me to look at somebody playing the same character who is not the original actor. And I know it's a younger version. That's not Harrison Ford.
To touch on I forgot the actress's name, but that plays the Han's love interest.
Oh, Emilia Clarke.
Yeah. I want to know the terrible things she did. I want to know her story after she left Han. I want to know...
I think that you can figure it out. I think they laid the breadcrumbs. She clearly, to survive, kind of had to, like, do some evil stuff to prove her loyalty to them.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, the fact that Paul Bettany really trusts her, and he understands completely, like, the kind of person she is, that she would definitely stick with him, means that he must have saved her in some sort of way that she is loyal to him.
I guess.
Because she's more loyal to them than to him, even if she loves... I mean, in the end, she ends up falling for him. That's her one weakness, she said, was him. And the one girl in this, actually, the redhead girl, I can't think of her name off the top of my head. The one who is the leader of the... who we think are the actual bad guys, but they turn out to be the good guys. But she was from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I really like her. She's a really good actress. Everything I've seen her pop up in, she's done really well. Did this movie need to exist, like Matt said? No, it didn't. This was clearly a clear-cut cash grab, in my opinion.
I feel like they kind of missed the mark. It could have been better. You know, Han Solo is an awesome character, and they could have gone other places with this, but...
Yeah, I like filling in the gaps, but I don't need every hole filled, if that makes any sense. Like, some stuff you could leave
you
up...
want all your holes filled?
I don't want all my holes filled, not at the moment at least. And I don't need to know every single backstory of every single character. Like, you know, we're getting some when we're getting Obi-Wan soon, that's awesome.
Can't wait.
And that's going to fill in some gaps that people have always wondered, but do you need to see, like, everything that Obi-Wan did, given we had a whole prequel series? We don't need to see everything Han Solo did. I feel like it was unnecessary.
I mean, if they stuck to the blueprint that they were doing, because we were getting an episode, a Star Wars story, an episode, a Star Wars story, that was fine, that blueprint that they had worked out. That's kind of out the window now, because in theory, the next movie we should get is a Star Wars story, and I don't know... I haven't heard anything. I don't know of any Star Wars movies.
They keep saying there's a bunch in development from a bunch of different directors. You know, there was always that rumor of Rian Johnson, but that's not going to happen. So this was pretty much the second to last, if I'm correct, Star Wars movie to be released in theaters, and they're killing it on TV with The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett. So they're definitely shifting that way. We will get more Star Wars movies. That's a guarantee. Disney is not going to leave any money on the table. So we'll definitely get something, but I don't know when. If I'm being honest with my personal top 4 right now, it would go Episode 3, this, then Episode 1, then Episode 2. Yeah. So, honestly, obviously, we still have Episode 1 above 3, but... I think Solo is better than that, and I really don't want Episode 3 being second to last right now. That's a really good movie.
I would put this in last so far.
Okay, well, that's not happening. It is definitely going to go to second to last. That is the only compromise you're getting today, because...
So the ranking would be...
Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Then Solo, A Star Wars Story, and then Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
I don't love it, but I guess I can agree.
Yeah. So I think right now that's a fair assumption, and, you know, going forward, I think we're getting a lot of good stuff in the next 3 weeks, so these ratings are definitely going to change, but, you know, before we even finish up this video, Solo does have a nice 4K now, doesn't it, Matt?
Sure does. Here we have the Best Buy exclusive Steelbook. Very nice artwork. You got the Falcon, then you got the crew. You got Chewie, Han, Lando, and the girl. What's her name again?
Amelia Clark.
That's...
Oh, the character's name?
Yeah, I don't remember the character's name.
Hold on a second.
But, so you got your 4K disc, you got your Blu-ray disc, and then your Blu-ray special features. Video quality, it's a new 4K by Disney, so it looks great. It does have Dolby Atmos, sounds great. It definitely sounds really good, actually. So overall, the 4K presentation, I would give it probably a 4.5 out of 5, 5 out of 5, maybe.
Yeah.
It's a great 4K disc.
I watched it on the Disney Plus stream. I thought it was a really good Disney Plus stream. Very quality. Honestly, once they switched over and Disney took over and we got away from full CGI and they started using physical sets, this was a very good looking movie. The sets were beautiful. I really enjoyed where Paul Bettany was. I really enjoyed that island kind of feel of it. It really felt like a Star Wars movie it just I would have no attachment to any of these characters. But as far as beautiful goes, it's a very good looking Star Wars movie, and the 4K and the Disney Plus stream will definitely echo my feelings. Like Matt said, it's Disney, it's a modern film. It's gonna look good, it's gonna sound good. It's just, is it Star Wars or not? And it's a tough call, but you see where we rank it. But coming up after this, we're diving into Rogue One, which I really am looking forward to seeing again, because that is one of my favorite Star Wars movies ever. And I don't know how you feel about it, but tell you what, next week we're going to be talking about it. So make sure you guys come back, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and make sure you tell all your friends.